kanina kunugeni sawa ya kwani mashakil bijere salambi wasulu kanina kunu hibu badu ya jamaa mashakil bijere salambi wasulu salam alaikum alaikum salam salam alaikum alaikum salam Mafifako salam dema binadi beja kwani na kan belet mafifako salam dema binadi belet ya kwani na kan shoko tato mafifako salam dema binadi shoko ya kwani na salam alaikum alaikum salam salam alaikum alaikum salam. This is all we need in our families, in our country. Salam ya oni na dayo. Video so number one.
Thank you, Fatima.
Geni sawa. Geni sawa. Jeran, geni sawa. Sabi masabi, geni sawa. Gebila magebila, geni sawa. Bele mabele, geni sawa. Salam alaikum. Alaikum salam. Salam alaikum. Alaikum salam. Salam alaikum. Alaikum salam. Salam alaikum. Alaikum salam.
All right, help us sharing it. We will start soon. We will start soon. So I want you to continue sharing our live show.
Mama bikoreta tobe alela. Mama gali jena de paida tomafi. Mama nesitu gali de mbon. Ya ukarabu jena de magaba. Biarkan stanikan bidor fingeresa Bekura bidor kaman bidun kurus Tafatur
Yalam, how are you?
Bibi sukutu keli figura Wabingua fikenisa Mabi fikiri Bekulukan dirasa Ashane kina dekere aruka
Please help us by sharing it. We are going to start soon. Lakini jana tamamo Lakini jana tamamo
Mabigeni bekian begigawai Katena kama mahamulo hajabatan Mama mabiwon so haja kulu kulu
Chenye tamadalo Jina lasini hatibu Chenye tamadalo We will start soon.
Ana muzekir sabita izaman
Listen to Please help us by sharing it and also send us thumb up and heart. That would be great.
Mambi hambi sun sambala Itama bidugu
Jena tatonton
Kan amulu batal Kan arabia mafi Ena dema biruwa mederesa Kan abiyu jesma Ena dema biruwa fikenisa Kan awadilo akili Jena demi
Abara sulu Don kara bujena den Chenye tamadalo Jina lazini hatibu Chenye tamadalo
Kanina maderi suya alikwasi Kanuno raba
Bitana hajatani
Kanuno raba
Bitana hajatani
Kanina maderi suya alikwasi Kanuno raba
Bitana hajatani
Kanina maalimu ya alikwasi Kanuno raba
Bitana hajatani
Oh
Kusara jale iti mama
Oh
Kusara jale iti mama
Oh
Kusara jale iti mama
Oh
Kusara jale iti papa Chenye tamadalo Jina lazini hatibu Please help us by sharing it to start soon. I want to make sure we have enough people.
Amonu hajat kata kibes Asma kalam tanah samkwes Albisa idita befikra kwes Kanu ogisa, kanu fikira Kanu wonusa, kanu doria Lanu finas tanin bijam Bijam bidan kanu fogo Umon bikeli mogari Intaza tumaru fainu Intaza tumaru fesu Kaninta asuma umon Ajata kibikarabu Yellow mambi wanusu Yellow mambi ataku Mata sibu mondo
Daka yaka sambala Daka fi hajataki
Mata sibu mondo
Daka yaka sambala Taka kihaja taki.
Lakabata,
Soso.
Fitina Kaman,
Soso.
Wonusunas,
Soso.
Mata da Kalfa Jaftanas, Uruzo Beteriga,
Tokapi.
Beana Yao Kala Zuzete,
Zete.
Wala Yao Aro Sabate, Mabizon be Aro Sabate, Ujurma be Aro Sabate, Sahara ma be Aro Sabate, Shetan ma be Aro Sabate, Ashan Gida Sibu Ana, Mata da Kalfa Jaftai, Mata Tabu Ana Bilai, Mata Doru Waratai. Mata Sibumon,
Taka sambala. Taka kihaja taki.
Mata Sibumon,
Taka sambala. Taka kihaja taki.
Lakabata,
Soso.
Fitina Kaman,
Soso.
Wonusunas,
Soso.
number one, second number one.
Please help us by sharing it. We are going to start after this song. Share it, please. Share it. Share it.
Kelbiki wajazamanta wila shankalam tana salibatalie. Bini ufundu waranasi, biwonu suwaparaye, itamaru ya sabi.
Hanana Lasu, how are you? Taka sambala. Taka kihaja taki. Taka sambala. Taka kihaja taki. Soso.
Fitina Kaman,
Soso.
Wonusunas,
Soso. We are going to start after this song. If you don't mind, help us by sharing it. Share it, please. Share it, please. We will start after this song. All right, let's go to work. Thank you all. Please help us by sharing it. I would really appreciate if you can share it. That would be awesome. Please help us by sharing it. Let me acknowledge people that are here. We are going to start now. We have Fatima Petiti Papiti. Thank you for sharing it. Thank you for coming in. Nyalam Rai, how are you? Male Mugwa. Flora Wani, what's up, Flora? Good to see you. Joey's Antero, good to see you. How's the children's? I hope everybody's doing good. My brother Nikroma, tell him Abdulatim. Guy said hi. Hanan Lasu, good evening to you as well, and thank you for saying that you're doing well. My man, we have brother Gabriel Wani. What's up, Gaps? Good to see you. Please help us by sharing it. Thank you. Keep sending heart and keep sharing it, if you don't mind. I would really appreciate that if you can continue sharing it and help us by sharing it, please. We have Nicole Deng. What's up, Nicole? Good to see you as well. And I hope that your participations means a lot. So I hope that you're going to participate today and help us. This is a part two. We are talking about our children's are going to jail. Our children's are keep going to jail or prisons. What went wrong? Hello, my brother Rashid Down. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you, my brother. Please help us by sharing it. Share it if you don't mind. Share it in your wall. Share it in any group that you know. Share it with your loved one, anybody that you know. That would be great. And you start inviting people. Uh, this is part two of what we left on uh, Thursday. Sorry, Tuesday. Today's Thursday. Nyako say hello, brother. How are you? Nyako Deng, good to see you. Uh, it's an awesome to see you, brother. Uh, Rashida, hello, brother. Good to see you. Gabriel Wani, also good to see you as well. Hanana Lasso, good to see you. Also, she said, good evening here. Good evening to you as well. And we have few more people are coming in. Nyalam said, Male Gadbaba, Male Medit, Male Mogwa. Uh, please help us by sharing it. Let me put it all the way down here. If you can share it, that would be awesome. We have Brother Salvisto who says, cool, bro, go ahead. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please continue sending likes and also continue sharing it on your platform, on your profile. That will be awesome. That will be great. Before we continue, can you guys hear me? Do you guys hear my voice? Is my voice clear before we proceed? I want to make sure that you guys can hear me clearly and it sounds good and we're good to go. Help us by sending likes, heart. Can someone confirm down below? Say yes, right? Yes, if you can hear me clearly. Thank you, Mom Flora. Thank you. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you. Thank you, Nicole, for your confirmations, and thank you, Mom Flora, for your confirmations as well. This is a continuation of what we left on Tuesday. Uh, if you did not get a chance to talk, uh, we want you to come and participate and tell us what you have. Also, I have my brother Samuel. Good to see you. It has been a while, and it's good to see you as always. Um, this is a continuation of what we left on Tuesday. Uh, some people came and participate and they talk. They come and say their point of view of what went wrong. Some uh, accuse single mom are the reasons why our children are going keep going to jail, and some said that because of divorce rates, that's why our children end up in jail, and some said because there's no supervisions. Both parents they're busy doing the errands, busy running up and down, busy try to provide for their children. Without being said, we want to hear your point of view. This is a continuation. Uh, it's not just the topic that we started today. Uh, we feel that it's important for us to repeat the same topic because we have seen uh, this problem has been going on for quite some time, and we need help. We need help, and we cannot do it without you as parents. We cannot do it without us coming together and try to identify and try to look what went wrong, try to see what went wrong. Uh, as we know that this problem, it's keep going on, it's keep happening. We need to have solutions. We need to have way forward. What need to be done? Sure, my brother Rashid, please bring me in tonight. Of course, I will bring you in. I'm going to start dropping the link since it's the continuation. Remember, each guest or our guest will have 5 minutes each, and when you hear the bell ring, I will set up my alarm or my timing here. As soon as you hear the bell rings or the timing is ringing, it means your time is up so that we can move to the next person. It does not mean that you are done or we don't want you. No, we want to make sure that we give chance to other people that are with us on the studio so that people will not be bored of only one person is talking. So we'll give you 5 minutes, and as soon as you hear the bell ring, it means that your time is up. Please use your time wisely. Go to the point so that we can benefit from you, learn from you, and also you want to use your time wisely because 5 minutes goes fast. To be honest, it goes really fast. So use it wisely. Go to the point, and then we can learn from you. We have also Beatrice Lado. Good to see you as always. Uh, we have a lot of people here that are start coming. Please continue sharing it. Continue sending likes, heart. Share it in a group that you know. Share it with friends and family as well. Because family common sense, it's where you drop your sense. We always focus, only focusing on the issues of our family, things that need to be addressed, and through our cooperations, all of us working together, we can paint and identify the cause of all these problems. Yes, we can do it. Yes, we can all do it together. That's why we need all of us to work together. Uh, Rose William, good to see you. I'm going to start dropping link, so please be ready. If you want to be a part of family common sense show, where you drop your sense, come up, tell us, drop your sense. This is a continuation, so I will not talk a lot. They say time is money, so let's use our time wisely. I will start dropping the link, so please bear with me and come tell us what you got, what need to be done, what went wrong. AJ Mo, how are you? Good to see you. Continue, please, sending likes. I drop the link now. So go ahead, click on the link, follow the instructions. It will brings you to the studio right away. If it's the first time for you to use it, click on the link. It will show you another tab, and it will show you how to Google it. Google it, copy the link, and then paste it on Google, and then it will bring you right here to the studio. If you're using Android, I will ask you to give permissions to your mic, allow your mic, allow your video. Then it will show you there's three dots in the corner. When as soon as you see the three dots, they will ask you what you want to use. You can use Samsung or whatever internet that you're using, the browser you're using, and it will direct you to the studio. And then I will see you in the bottom here. As soon as I see you, I will be more than happy to bring you up to the studio. So let's continue by sharing it, invite, and uh, let's come together. Let's try to see what are the root cause, why our children are keep going to jail, what need to be done. Um, this problem is for all of us. It's not just one person, but we want to make difference. My brother Machar, he came on Tuesday, but he came late, and his story uh, touched a lot of people. uh, and we asked him politely if he can come today to continue. Uh, Hopefully, soon he will be here, and then he will tell us what happened. There's so many people that have testimony of what went wrong. They have seen it, and they have tested. They have seen the pain, and they really come out and they speak based on the experience, based on what they have seen with their children. And that's why it's good to have testimony so that we can learn from those testimony. We can learn from uh, why our children are doing this. Some people indicate that also language barrier too has a big impact in our society. Uh, but of course, we have different opinions on that. Of course, G. Family Common Sense Show. It's anybody's welcome. G, you're welcome. I will. The link is there, and I can resend it again. Come and tell us if you have something or if you have testimony. Help your sisters, help your brothers learn from your testimony. I dropped the link again. Just follow the instruction. Click on the link. It will bring you directly to the studio. Anybody is welcome. Anybody can come and say anything that you want to say, especially if you focus only on the topic. We do not claim that we are expert, but we volunteer to come out and to help our people. Always, we know that we have problems in our society, uh, especially with our children. And if you're going to work helping your kids by yourself, it's not going to be easy. But when we all come together and try to identify the problems and try to work it out together, I'm sure the newer people, the newer couples will learn from it, and they will try to learn from what we're saying, what we're doing, so that they can live a better life. We don't want in the next 10 years that our people will continue the same thing, the same scenario, the same problem. That's not the intentions, but we want all of us to learn from our mistakes. Therefore, the link is out there. Come and tell us what needs to be done, what went wrong, and how can we fix it? How can we fix this issue? It's an issue, and this issue requires all of us to look at it seriously. Uh, and it depends on ناس عندهم خبرة. في ناس already they have seen it. في ناس already I'm sure you know someone knows someone. بكون في زول شاف قبل كده زول how do you say it زول دخل في تجارب زي ده. و let's learn from it. Let's learn from it. Uh, let's try to نشوف هنعمل شنو بيكون كويس لنا. يعني احنا محتاجين مساعدة ومحتاجين انه عيالنا برضه يستفيدوا مننا. you know عشان كده okay, hold on a second. Okay. Hello. All right, let's see why we have two. Okay, now we're good. Okay, all right, so we are in business. I'm trying to see Okay, would love to join the show as part of discussion, if you don't mind, please. Of course, G, the link is out there. Nyarod Quach, hello, hello, good to see you. AJ, good to see you. Rose, also good to see you. Rose William, Beatrice Lado, we have Rashid down. Samuel, good to see you. We have Nyakong, Mama Flora, Nyeko Deng, good to see you. Also, Gabriel Wani, what's up, Gab? Uh, Hanuna Lasu, Flora Wani, good to see you. Joyce Indero, good to see you. Fatima, Nyekor, good to see you guys. And we have more more people are coming to join us. I hope that I've dropped the link. Let me see again if I can redo it. And then please continue helping us with share it, please sharing it, so that we'll not have. We don't want people to attack our video. If you continue sending likes or heart, that will help us a lot. You know. So what I'm saying now, let's not blame each other for this kind of problem. Of course, we do our best to raise our children. We do our level best to make sure that our children get everything they need. But the thing that we don't pay attention is who are their friends? Who are the people that hang out with your children? Do you really know them? Do you know where they live? Do you know their phones, their cell phone number? Do you know their parents? Do you know their backgrounds? And this is where you usually have a, that's where we have a problem, because our children, they go and meet children from street, children, they don't know their backgrounds, kids that they will meet at school, and that's why it's very important for you to spend time with them one on one. Try to identify, try to know your children's friends and who are they hanging with. Not just knowing them, but also you have to know where do they live, who are their parents. You need to know a little bit about their backgrounds. You know, search, maybe they are uh, child molested, they are registered on the system. You know, or sex defender, and all this. You know, so the soon as you know your children's first and last name, search them. Try to know, are they really good people? Maybe their parents been in jail before, and the children are not disciplined, and now your child will learn from them. Maybe the children's those child they grew up in a house that have violence, houses that they don't have, does not have a discipline system and stuff like that. So what will happen? Your child will learn from those kind of friends. Chiang Kwek, good to see you, brother. Good to see you. You know, I tried a couple times to join you, but it seems the link is not adding up. Huh, really? Oh, it's supposed to add up. It's supposed to open. Maybe it's your phone. If you don't mind, try to restart your phone and come back again. Eventually, that will fix the problem. Sometime the software and the phone system, when sometimes it just choose to just not work the way you want it. But if you turn it off and on, it should fix the problem and it should be okay to come in. You know, try to restart your phone and come back again. Eventually, that will fix it. I hope that will fix the problem. Yes, زي عندنا في الكمبيوترات, if your computer refuse to work, you beat it and then you bring it back to life. You kill it completely. Turn it off, keep pushing it off until keep pressing it down until it's shut down, and then restart your phone or restart your computer. Now you're in business. Refresh your page, and then you will be fine. You'll be good to go. So, G, try that. Try to restart your phone, and hopefully that will do it. We still want to hear from you, from anybody, especially females. Last time on Tuesday, can feel a lot of struggling going on, and the debate was fruitful, was powerful. If you have time, go and watch it. Tuesday show. We highlight a lot of things about what's going on. Uh, oh, Brother Moses, I salute you, brother. How you doing? Good afternoon.
I'm very good, my brother.
Good to see you, man. Huh?
Yeah, it's good to share testimonies. Yeah.
Yes. Welcome, my brother. Welcome, welcome. How is the family and how is everybody in Australia?
No complaint at all.
Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. I think we,
Amen.
we, we have a problem and we need to identify what went wrong, my brother Moses. Welcome.
I cannot say more than what you have said.
Mm,
All we need is to share testimonies.
mm,
How
mm.
each and every one, South Sudanese or Africans in
Yes,
general, are struggling with their families in the Western world, in diaspora.
absolutely. Mm,
I'm in Melbourne, I'm in Australia, and I just want to share my testimony with people
mm.
because there is a purpose for a testimony. All testimony means at the end of the day, God must be given glory for our
Mm,
testimonies.
that's true. Mm,
I don't have grown up kids
mm.
that are in prison. My family is still a young family. But yeah, Mahabub, Finas Yalon Physician, and we know
صح.
them. حتى لو جنى بتاعك صغير لسه ما وصل في مستوى يمشي في السجن,
Mm,
you still have the pain in your heart that my kids they are going to grow up one day,
صح.
and therefore I have to pray for them. That's the only thing I can offer.
Exactly. Exactly.
For example, I'm going to share my testimonies. بعد
Mm.
كده نخلي الناس تانيين يجوا.
طيب تفضل.
أول حاجة,
Mm,
I'm economist by profession.
mm.
I did my bachelor here, applied economics and masters.
Wow.
Since 2012, I finished my masters.
Wow. Mm,
And about 8 years from now.
mm.
And then I thought, okay, let me establish myself. شغلي مرة كده.
أيوه.
Then God bless me. After finishing my master, then I went hunting
أيوه.
for girls.
أيوه.
And my prayer was, God, please. And I did Mara that believe in you and can fear you.
I mean, yes, brother.
And God is not a liar. He made it. He gave me
Yes.
one
Mm,
in
mm.
2013. And now we are blessed. We have 2 kids. My first son is called Kenjok. I named him after my father.
Mm.
He's in primary one, year one.
Wow.
And my second son is called Adwat, my great father,
Mm.
grandfather. And here we go. We
Iowa.
need to raise them up to be the people that have future.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And I struggle. I have to
Mm.
work because the Bible says the man should be the head of the house, as Jesus Christ is the head of the church. And I do taxi driving. I drive for 11 hours.
Daily.
The time people are enjoying life on Friday, I'm dealing with people who are drunk driving them.
Uh, huh? Huh?
Huh?
This is not easy. 11 hours. No?
Yeah, 11 hours because it's a hard job. It's not simple. When people see Moses Makira, okay, we are working hard for
Ah,
our future.
ah. Mm.
So I was a taxi driver for 5 years.
Mm.
Um, Even I used to go, I work at night and do my masters during the daytime. You see? And then I graduated
You even barely sleep then.
after finishing that. أنا جيت اشتغلت في bank.
Mm.
I work with one of the best 4 banks in Australia. Number 4 is there are top 4 banks in Australia. Commonwealth
Mm.
banks, ANZ, and NAP, the National Australia Bank. That's where I used to work in,
Mm. Mm.
and other banks.
Wow.
But
Wow.
then I lost
Mm.
my job during coronavirus
Yes.
time. So what I do, my wife is working in aged care. She's called Yar, and she's a blessing to my life.
Wow. Wow.
What I do when I lost my job in the
Mm.
bank,
Mm.
in the National Australian Bank now, I stay home with my kids, and she go to aged care because aged care job is available.
Yes. Mm.
And she's been doing this for about 6 years now, or 5 years.
Mm.
So I clean the house, I look after the kids, and I cook. When she come
Iowa.
home,
Everything
I'm a
is good
best
for you.
cook, by the
Everything
way.
is really good.
I'm the best cook, by the way.
Iowa. Iowa.
When she come home, she will be, wow, my husband has cooked the best. She will even call her sister, say, wow,
Yes.
wow, I'm blessed.
I'm so lucky.
You
Wow.
see,
Huh?
so this is how we need to humble ourselves. We need to humble ourselves.
Mm.
What I want to do is kids, my 2 sons, I want them to learn from me. Because the best gift you can give your wife is to treat their mom
Mm.
with the respect,
Exactly.
with the dignity.
Exactly.
So one day when they grow up, they reach
Mm.
the age of machine, who 16, 17, machine out,
Ah.
nightclub and other places. Or يمشي يشوف بيت بتاعك يمكن الولد بتاعي يمشي يشيل بيت بتاع
Iowa.
قايلة ما
Iowa.
بتاع.
That's right, brother. That's true.
يكون عارف, you know, how my dad was treating my mom.
Yes.
At least he will treat his wife well.
Mm.
You see?
Absolutely.
Because I have 2 boys. At the end of the day, they need girls. They are going to marry.
Exactly.
Then I have to be the best example on earth for
That's
them.
true. That's true. Mm. Mm.
So I clean the house, I cook, and they love my cook. And my son said, Dad, you are the best cook. I say, yes, thank you. But that's not my job. I'm a banker. I'm economist.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, my brother.
You
Wow.
see, so this is, and my son is in year one, first year
Mm.
now. And the other
Mm.
one is 1 year and 4 months. There's a gap because I went to South Sudan and worked there for 3 years. Yeah, but we need to be the example of our kids.
Mm. But
Yeah,
Moses,
and
let me ask you, do you think because of the divorce rate is higher in diaspora, that's why our children goes to jail in and out all the time? There's some guys, some people said on Tuesday shows, "Galeno, Sometimes they blame single mom because you cannot do both jobs as a father and as a mother at the same time, and that's why our children get lost. So the kids that goes to jail not only in Australia, not only in the U.S., Mafi, Canada, lekin we notice there's something not right, and I'm sure in the community of Australia, you guys are facing the same problem, right? You know, Yalna, they go to jail, they become gangster, shooting, lootings, and robbery, and etc. You know, to your knowledge, is it because the divorce rate is high? That's why our children are go to jail.
Thank you, my brother, Rabban Barakak,
Mm,
Zid Umrak. The reason why our kids are going to prison is too deep. There's a lot of root causes.
mm,
Some are our mistakes, some are the system problem. For example, I'm in Australia.
mm.
In Australia here, all the prison in Melbourne are
Aye.
owned by Americans.
Mm,
So we South Sudanese, not us South Sudanese alone, all Africans, we are the business for the people who want to make profits.
exactly.
If they cannot make it from Guy or Moses McKay to be jailed, they will use, I am Suguna of Malbi Ojana,
So, so,
the
exactly.
kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Zol Bemsuga of Malbi Ojak, and, they cannot arrest you or me. They deal with our kids because we South Sudanese or Africans, we are the business
Aye.
for those people who run jails. For example, in Melbourne, the owner of prisons here is an American man. It's not
Wow.
Australian.
Mm,
And he has a lot of power that employ even the police that can arrest people to be put in jail. And he
mm,
get grants from government.
wow.
Of
Wow.
course, he cannot invest money without getting customers,
Exactly.
the
That's true.
prisoners.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yes. Mm,
How do you get, how can you leave America, go and build prisons in Melbourne, in Australia, without getting customers?
exactly. That's true. That's true. Yes.
معلش انا وصلت نقاش في مستوى عالي شويه كده.
Mm. I like the muscular brother. Yeah. Wow. Wow.
But this is we are the customers, we are the business. When somebody look at us and our kids, so guy to America for sorry يا سلام انا لو ما بقيت غنيان من خلال الناس اسود ديل انا اكون غنيان من 200 يعني.
Yeah. Okay. So most of the kids اللي بيكونوا بيعملوا مشاكل ده العيال اللي بيكونوا قاعدين في low income ولا في public housing ولا في ghetto when our family يمشي يعيشوا في محل زي ده that's why عيالنا بيخربوا. لكن لو انت قاعد في محل بتاع خواجات هو كده good neighborhood عيالنا ما قاعدين يخربوا. You notice that?
انا داير اقول لك حكايه ما كده، حكايه ما low income or this حكايه انت
Mm,
من ما تسيب بلد بتاعك تجي في بلد ما بلد بتاعك
mm,
you are subject to anything. And when you leave your country, you come to a country that is not yours.
mm,
You are subject to everything.
mm.
For example, there are kids that I know here in Australia. I've
Aye.
lived in the capital city for 10 years in Canberra before I moved to Melbourne. Canberra is the capital city of Australia. I've lived
Mm,
there for 10 years.
aye.
And I used to meet the Prime Minister of Australia, Kevin Rudd. We pray in one church with him. He's my best friend.
Mm. Wow.
And they are also going through the same struggle. The rich people, the white people, they have issues,
Mm,
let alone us. We have left our country and they run to diaspora. You see, even the white people are going through a lot of problems. They are rich. If the matter is being rich, they would not have kids in prison.
Yes. Mm.
Yeah, but it's good if you are rich, yes. But as a father or as a mother, you need to have a plan for your kids. Be the example for your kids. My two boys, I want them to grow up when they reach 18 or 16. If they go to jail, أنا بكون عملت واجب بتاعي.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And the choice between Barong. Mm.
Yes. After that, it's up to them. I'm not rich in terms of money. I'm rich in terms
Mm.
of knowledge, and I believe in Christ. Jesus Christ has lifted me from zero to hero, and sometimes when I pray, my kids, my son, when I pray, I remember one day I told him I was praying,
Mm.
and I was praying, and he told me, Baba, you forgot one person. You did not mention his name.
Mm.
What? Can joke? Which person? He said
Yeah, yeah.
there is a child in my mom womb.
Wow.
You did not pray for him.
What are you? Those kids are
I
genius.
said,
Huh?
oh, this is how stupid I am. Oh my
Wow.
God.
Oh, those kids, man. Those kids. And he's only on first grade. Like, he's what? 7 years old. Huh? He's
My
seven,
son
huh?
was telling me, Daddy, you did not pray for the child in my mom womb. Wow.
Yeah,
After
man.
all,
Yeah, like, yeah. Huh?
so you don't need to be rich to have
Mm.
good quality kids.
Mm.
You don't need to be poor. Personally, I don't have money, uh, but I'm rich in Christ,
Yes.
and I want to raise my kids when they grow up. When they grow up,
Mm.
they would be responsible kids. You
Exactly.
see,
Exactly.
and
Mm.
this is how you started. You know, when Janabet Bataza, this is how I can read the world.
Yes.
I don't need to go and claim to be a great man outside there when I'm not in my own space. You
Exactly.
see, so being rich or poor does not determine
Mm.
um, whether your kid will be in prison or not.
Mm.
What determines your kids to be
Mm.
in prison or out is your example. Live the life that you want your kid to live. Try to be humble. Be humble. Be humble. And one time he bet the toy, I bought him a push bike, and I have my own push bike. I bought my push bike at $500. That's a very expensive push bike.
Wow.
When I got a sugu ajala tayo bemshimai. I'm teaching him to
Yes.
be healthy.
Yes.
You see, I want him to be healthy. I don't want him to, but then he couldn't obese, he couldn't sick, and his health is not going to be good. No. بعد شوية لما يمشي يكبر يعرس مرة بتوعه وربنا يبارك ويكون عنده عيال هيعمل نفس حاجة للعيال بتوعه. And I'm not a millionaire, I'm poor in terms of money, but I'm rich in terms of the grace of God, you know.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
So I don't believe in this mentality or concept that being rich or poor make your kids go to prison or not. No. Um, so sorry for not giving you what you want.
Mm. Oh, no, no, no,
I'm
no.
trying to be honest with you. Thank
Yes.
you.
The reason, okay, let me tell you this. Let me talk to you a little bit about myself. The reason I said that, because I'm a teacher by profession, okay? And I've seen a lot. I have a degree in teaching and also in theology, you know? So the reason I said that is because I noticed, even in public school, there is some areas, bikun low income and bikun high school at low income, they're always a troublemaker. They are not bikun mashakil. But when you go to high school, al fugu yal rich lawyers, doctors, وحاجات ديل, you will see there's a difference in terms of education, in terms of their attitude, in terms of even their life standard. And that's why I said that, because in US I noticed that, I've seen that. I came to US 1998, you know. So to be honest, the area that you live in, just can play a big role or can mess up your life. And that's the reason I say that because based on what I've seen, based on what I've seen في public school, and even العيال اللي بيكونوا في low income بيكونوا فوقوا crimes activities هناك. So those kids they will learn from their friends. لأنه they will see them after school and they will see them from school during the school time. They will learn those attitudes from them. Even rapping car, منمشي breaking into العربات حاجات زي كده. They will learn them from their friends. And sometimes those kids sometimes they so maybe they will cut them in the wrong time. They just want to have fun with their friend. Yalla they will police with you and then they will end up in jail for something that they have not even done.
Yep.
Now
Yep.
because they're because they're African like you mentioned earlier, خلاص حاجات دي كله بيخطوا في شنو؟ في عيال بتاعنا.
Yeah, أستاذ
Mm,
ما أقدر حديثك
mm,
أستاذ لام جاي.
mm,
كلامك جميل. It's very beautiful
mm,
statement. And what I can say is,
mm,
before I answer what you have said, let me
yeah,
tell you this. There
mm,
was a survey that was done in US, and
mm,
the most trusted. The survey was done about trust. The most
uh,
trusted people on earth as human beings,
yes,
regardless of the continents.
mm,
The most trusted people in the world are number one, teachers. Number two, doctors.
mm.
Number three, abonat Malish pastors. So I'm so glad it's a ustaz and you're a teacher, and
yeah,
we
yeah,
can trust you to give our kids for you to teach them, train them
mm,
to
mm.
be the future.
Thank you.
My personal gift, my spiritual gift is a teacher. I'm
Mm,
born to be a teacher. I've
aye,
discovered this, and though I'm working in banks sometimes doing other things, at the end of the day, I want to end up as a teacher. That's my gift.
mm,
Whether في ثانوية ولا في جامعة, at the end of the day, one day I will tell you, Guy Lam, في يوم كده أنت عملت show وأنا قلت لك أنا أستاذ. You will find me being a teacher one day.
yes, yes, mm.
Um, so you are doing a great job, and may God use you and pursue your gift and don't give up.
Thank you, brother. Mm,
Yes, you are right. I put my son in public school. I've discussed it with my wife, and I say, do we have to put our son in private school? You are working. My wife is working in healthcare, permanent job.
mm.
I'm working. We can afford to put our son in private school, but we say no.
So,
We have other responsibilities back home
exactly.
in Africa. So let's put our son in public school.
That's
So we
right.
put our son in public school, and I understand. I understand that the school you put your kid in determine their friends,
It's true.
and those friends will grow up as a network. What we call corruption. One day I went to Japan, to Tokyo, when I was working in the National Ministry of Finance in South Sudan. I went to Tokyo,
Mm.
and I've seen the foreign affairs وزارة بتاع خارجية بتاع جابان في طوكيو.
Wow,
ده هلا عديل كده، ده هلا.
wow, wow, wow. Huh?
And then I was with Masahiko ده كان سفير بتاع جابان في جنوب السودان.
The South Sudan, yeah. Mm.
And then he told me, Moses, you know what? The best thing we have in Japan is human being. We don't have
Wow.
resources.
See?
I say, Masahiko, thank you. The sad thing we have in South Sudan, we are killing humans.
Yes,
We are killing our own assets.
it's true. Mm.
So
That's
it
true.
is painful. It is painful. So human is the ultimate resources on earth.
Mm.
And therefore, from childhood, you need to develop, invest in them, put education in them.
That's right. That's right.
So
That's right.
whether your child is in private school or public school, you need to do your homework as parents. Okay, like my wife, she was in Kenya. She grew up in Kenya. She speaks Swahili. My son speaks Swahili. I grew up in Juba, le wow, le Khartoum, le Masr. I
Mm.
don't even know Kiswahili. I have some terminologies. They speak sometimes. I feel jealous. What is going on, guys?
What you guys talking about? Yes.
So,
Uh,
so we need to help our kids, regardless whether they're in private school or public school. Yes, I agree with you. Ana betafik mark.
mm,
The kind of school you put your child in determine their friends, and that friend would be their network
mm.
or connections. So
Aye.
what we call in Africa corruption is called connection in the Western world.
Mm.
So thank you. I want to give
Thank
other
you.
people. I've seen
Thank you.
my brother Gigi Lam. I
Yes.
greet you. I
Mm.
want to give other people to share their testimonies, but for my small testimony, is that I lost my job. I was a customer advisor in the bank, National Australian Bank. But
Wow.
right now I'm unemployed. But
Mm.
I do my homework. I do cleaning. I cook. When my wife comes back from work, she's happy, and
Mm.
my kids are happy, and I'm a happy man.
That's right.
And
That's
I
good,
give
man. Keep
glory
it
to
up, my
Jesus
brother.
Christ. And
Thank you
I
very
have
much.
I have a
Let's give
taxi
a chance
license. I
to
have Uber
Gigi now.
license. I do other small jobs. Thank you.
Yes. 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 That's 50-50 now.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. You can stay with us
Just,
in the studio, or if you want to.
ju- ju-
Let's give a
just,
chance to Brother
just
Gigi
stay
now.
around.
Welcome, my
I
brother.
mean, I want to listen and learn. When you
Sure.
share your testimony, it's a blessing to others. And
Absolutely.
I'm not
Absolutely.
coming here to show off, but I need to bless others through stories. Sharing testimonies.
That's true.
It's
That's
not
true,
it's
my
not
brother.
just it's not showing off. I have nothing, but
Exactly.
I thank God that you have this show, Common Sense, and I know common sense is not common in our families.
Uh, thank you, my brother.
خلاص
Thank
خلي
you.
زول تاني قريبي يكلم. شكرا. I will just be listening.
Okay. Brother Gigi, welcome.
You guys, you finish everything.
Oh,
Yeah, with us.
yes.
Uh,
Welcome.
yeah. What I just said. I'm delighted to be in platform,
Hmm.
and gratitude to the family Common and the host and all the audience. This platform is there for them, and I'm delighted you enter me into your platform, Gailam,
Yes.
and I really appreciatively to us all this testimony to empower your society,
Hmm.
because this is a part of education which is very emotionally. I just don't there listening to you, the way
Hmm.
you express yourself, and the way actually you really motivate. You never know, but there is people behind the under the tunnel that you actually inspire them. Maybe their mindset, they
Hmm.
may have something that they have to pick under your testimony with us.
Yes, please.
And well done.
Hmm.
And before I go further, and then I would just say, Gailam, you are a great man to empower your society, and our societies uh, is good for people
Hmm.
who are concerning how can we progress and evolve
Hmm.
by learning from one another. And what is the topic of today? And I may be lazy or I just come late, but I just come in when I just find you already open, because I've
Yes.
been in some, you know, in order
Sure.
to have a
Yeah. No. 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 No problem. The topic is about why our childrens, are going to jail for what reasons, and why What can we do to save them? Is it our fault as families that our children now become, they get lost now, you know? And well, because, divorce rate is high, that's why our children, they get become lost. Uh, what need to be done? We supposed to talk together as family to highlight uh, all these problems. And because maybe you know something, and I'm not about, but when you have testimony, you can encourage other people, other your brothers and your sister, to do even better. You know, and that's why it's our job as parents to to sit down and talk about it. What went wrong? You know, that's the topic, brother. Hmm.
A very wonderful, it's a very great topic
Hmm.
and really a feeling topic. At the same time, it's more than £1,000
Hmm.
question to be answered.
Hmm.
Because sometimes I won't say it, I would just, anyway, brainstorming is a scenario that I can put into it. Brainstorming, there is something that can also produce when
Hmm.
we keep on when we keep on brainstorming, and then from there, if we do not find the perfect, the right answer today, and the next, when we keep on doing that, God may also empower us
Yes.
and then to give us direction.
Hmm. Hmm.
Therefore, why our children are going to be in prisoner, or if I may be wrong to trying to repressing it. Yes. Fact number one, that is my
Hmm.
own opinion. Rivalries of values.
Hmm.
When the values are rivalries, include the language now we are using, whether it's Arabic and Dinka and Nuer and all these things. Language itself is a culture, and plus contemporary modality
Hmm.
are all these constitute. They all have an impact of the environment that uh, we are present at the moment, and include all the phrase of what we always said. Human right is another factor. Got
Hmm.
advantage, disadvantage, also contribute to all these things, because human rights sabotage the values of certain institutions, and therefore there is a lack of control over, because of certain organization have a say within certain factor,
Hmm.
include certain society, because the human value are lost to modernity. For example, the institution have more of a control than the traditional one.
Hmm.
That's what I can single out as a factor. And then the traditional gap into the institution.
Hmm.
That is the first point to me, what affect and what constitute to the result of gun crime or why children are losing, because the family have got no control. But those who are part of minded dwell on their traditional, their children are safe.
Hmm.
And I just put in that sophisticated way in the way of mind view. That's how I see it.
Mm.
Because the traditional way of life has been paralyzed. Less power, the modernity institution that the one power like take control over and trying to overpower the traditional one. The
Mm.
traditional one, which is father and mom, has got less power.
Okay.
And the system trying to turn the traditional to educate them the way the system think, not the way the traditional think. That what Gailam, I think, what give us in this situation. How? But those who still have traditional way of managing, I think that is where there is some pure dignity, and also they fought hard with the system
Mm.
to come to conclude. For example,
Mm.
if we all are, if we all aware, for example, mom, dad at home, if they have the same vision,
Mm.
they know the purpose why they have kids,
Mm.
Great yo kurkoyo.
and they know,
Mm.
and they know what direction their kid will be, and then therefore there will be no disagreement. But within the traditional, because I've been paralyzed, now they got different view. They don't working as one unit. And those who resist to the modernity system and resist, put a resistance and still have a faith in the traditional way of doing things. Yes, even but though the thing can be run out, but the people who can keep pace and the children would be still, because they will carry on teaching children. Because some of the modernity, there may be those who are been mind being paralyzed, they think the children are born, they know everything. Yes, child has got, but their mind is all over. But that's why we are there. We call a guardian to direct them, to redirect them, to correct them. Correct. But those who give up that viewpoint, then the children would be in the middle of something there. That's how I view the situation in
Okay.
this question.
Let me ask you, Gigi Lam. Uh, you see, mostly boys, yeah, بكونوا في مشاكل زي ده. The boys are the one that always go to jail and cause problem. I'm blessed with 5 girls. Okay, I have
Yes,
22. Sorry, are you hearing? You listening? Well, as sort of
yes,
the voice clear.
yes.
Okay, I have almost 22. I got 18, 16, 13, and 11 years old. Okay, uh, I always, keep an eye on them. They never been in jail. They never even get a ticket, speeding ticket. Because I talk to them
Mm,
daily basis.
mm,
The thing here with parents, they're not close with their children. There's a big gap, you know, and we allow our children to do whatever they want to do. Maybe that's why they feel lonely, and they spend time mostly with their friend. I know, big gap between us and our children. See, maybe that's the reasons why our children get lost. With Tiny Haja, the divorce rate. Do you think it's the cost that our children are not, especially boys? I don't have a boy, so I don't know. So what can you tell us?
I can I just single out?
Yes,
You
go ahead.
say you got girls,
5 girls.
and then you free to allow them whatever they need to do.
No, no.
Eh,
They are free to do whatever, but I monitor them closely.
Okay.
And there is no gap between me and them. I always close to them to see what they're doing. I know when they go out, when they come back, I always, get talk to them and see how was their day and all this. There's no gap between me and my children, even though they're girls. We are so much close, very close, because if they fail in
Yeah,
community, I will be the reasons, right? You know, so I have
yeah.
to make
I
sure I
I think
invest
let
my
me
time
think.
on that.
Yes, I think I get your point, Gailam.
Yes, yes.
You know, when I'm trying to, maybe people may not understand my terminology.
Mm,
When you are insecure and secure, I think there is a difference
mm,
there.
mm,
There is what they normally say
mm,
in where
mm,
sometimes when children that do not have a security or insecure or maybe orphan, when they find food,
mm.
they always hurry. They need to put it at one go. They normally say, "Don't eat like a child that has got no father and mother."
Mm.
Mm?
Yeah, yeah.
Those are orphan who, because they don't have security.
Mm,
I'm just trying to reflect what you said. You know, when the child is secure,
mm,
security is when a mom and dad,
mm.
they have a confidence in you. They see you in unity. You do not have any division of opinion. How you guide them, how you
Aye.
give them disciplinary. Therefore, they are secure. Wherever they go, and you keep eyes them, and when
Mm,
they come back, they know everything is secure for them.
yes.
And then I trying to put back to what you are. But in today, it's not all parents are doing or being sensitive, because as I say to the system,
Mm,
demoralize the, the society.
mm,
And plus, when people are reluctant of the name democratic, which is a tool,
mm,
they assume that democratic is working for everyone. People relax, the democratic will protect even their family. But in your case, what I just said, if a child is secure
mm,
and have a confidence, wherever they go, they will not, because why give them secure? There is a there is a place value in place.
mhm, mm.
And that's the reason why they cannot do anything, because what they already left behind there is enough for them. And where there is no place value is where you see the gravity, as I just said. Don't act like whatever they get, they will just get another opportunity because there's nothing that they already get in place in somewhere there
Yes.
or wherever there.
Mm, mm. Lakin, okay.
That is the
See,
beauty of.
the problem, Gigi, let me add this. Me and the mother of those children, we divorced officially. Huh? We officially divorced. But that's not the reason that I will let my kids, to just get lost for dunya. You know, I have one child which is in Africa, Juba. She's 13 years old. But with the mother here, into Arba, the one that have four, every single day, you know, I talk to them every single day, regardless of what. Every 2 weeks, I go see them. They live in Nebraska, and I live in Kansas City. It's about 3 hours away. You know, Nas Bugulu,
Yes,
because family they get
yeah,
divorced, that's why the children get lost. But that's not the reason.
no, no. What I'm just trying to, I'm not disputing Gailam.
Mm.
Security is most important.
Mm-hmm.
We all responsible. Security is most important.
Mm.
Doesn't matter what direction are you leaning for,
Mm.
because that is would be different between the two parties. But if you,
Exactly. Oh, somebody call him.
Yeah, Asel, what happened?
Maybe somebody call him. Let's
Yeah,
wait for
yeah,
him to
yeah.
come back. But if you want to say something, brother Moses, you can go until he come back. Mm.
Yeah, ما فيش مشكلة يا حبيبي.
Mm.
ربنا يباركك. I'm actually trying to learn from him as well.
Mm.
Um, I will give you an example
Aye.
in Melbourne here in Australia.
Mm.
Um, Sometimes when you are not looking after your kids well,
Aye.
they
Mm.
will become liabilities to the society. They will cause problem to other kids.
That's true.
Like I know somebody who lost 2 children in 1 year, 2 kids here in Melbourne. Very responsible man. His wife is responsible. Um, the kids are at university level. 2 kids. كده يتخيل يا قريبي، يتخيل يعني
Mm.
2 أولاد تاك في مستوى بتاع جامعة يقتلوهم. What are you going to
Both of
do?
them.
You see? And this man, Gigi Lam,
Gigi's
I
back. I
was
don't
yes,
just
know. Connection? Is it a
I was
connection?
just
Somebody
trying
call him?
not to
yeah,
make people
connection.
feel bored.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
just connection. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
let me finish this story and then you go back to your point.
Mm.
Azol de
Oh, okay,
Molana,
okay.
it's more Molana upon court from
Mm.
Lake State. I'm from Lake State.
Wow. Mm.
Molana upon court is a lawyer by profession in Australia.
Mm.
He lost
Sorry,
his 2
sorry, you
kids were
guys, because
killed.
I'm using mobile. Sorry,
Okay.
It's
Okay.
okay.
because
His
I'm
2
using
Okay,
kids.
brother.
mobile. Could I just leave it that way? Is it okay?
Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm.
The view
Yeah.
Yeah,
is
it's
okay.
okay.
Okay, thank you.
Gigi Lam is okay.
Okay.
I'm
Mm.
hearing you. I just
Mm.
need to finish
No, no,
this
no, it's okay.
story and then you go back to your point.
I just
Mm.
just about the view. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
thank you.
Mm.
You are very clear in my perspective. I can hear
Mm.
you, but
Mm.
Okay.
I
Okay.
just
Thank
cannot
you.
leave something like that hanging on.
Yeah.
So Molana Antipasa Park is a lawyer by profession. He finishes law in Australia,
Mm.
and having a law degree in the Western world is not easy.
So,
And he's very responsible man. His 2 kids are at the university level.
mm.
They were killed by their own brothers, Dinkas. You
Wow.
see, and he's a Dinka killing themselves. You see, and now
Mm.
the 2 guys, the first son was killed, and then another second son was killed. The gap was 6 months.
Yeah, salam.
There's nothing wrong with his family. He's doing well, but in terms of profession, his wife is doing well. So the point
Mm.
is this: if you don't look after your kids, they would be liability to the society and
Exactly.
to the country. That's why we need to be serious.
Mm.
We need to be serious. Look after your kids so they don't become liabilities and kill other kids,
Exactly.
other people's
Exactly.
kids. Thank you. Go ahead, Gigi Lam. I was just
Wow.
filling the
Wow.
gap because you were not there.
Yeah.
Continue with your message.
Yeah, I
Mm.
really apologize to the viewers
Mm.
and to you guys.
It's okay. Yeah. Mm.
I just said the vision of two of you doesn't
Mm.
matter. Long as the most important, everyone need to have attention, each
Mm.
of us. When you put your difference aside and you put the interest of the children first and you
Mm.
give them insecurity,
Mm.
children will not be worried because they're secure.
That's true.
This is how I view. And then when it comes to when people separate in hostility and which I call it lack of objective and aim
Mm.
to those individuals.
Mm.
As I put my view, the marriage is a unification of two spirits, which are united to plant the seed that which their soul will believe that later on, when they leave those seed, it will be their extension. When they put that interest first,
Mm.
doesn't matter how two entities come to across to a different angle, but the most important, when those seed has been giving good watering, they will continue, and wherever they will be still respectful to both parties.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore, it doesn't matter what. But when it becomes self-interest, because sometimes people get to have children
Mm.
for different interests.
Mm.
Maybe some others fellow human being, I don't want to be rude.
Mm.
They may be motivated because family always doing that. They don't know the purpose of being delegated to the family.
So.
When they really know when things happen, because we don't have choice sometimes. Therefore, we should put those seed interest first. And I think that's what related to what you relevant to what you're trying to say to trying to indicate to me why your kids are still in position, but you keep security. They are secure
Mm.
from both parties. I don't know, even by though you are depart, but you keep that key of security. Because most important to the kid, when they have a security, doesn't matter what.
Mm. Thank you.
I just trying to frame that point. Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much. Now let's try to set up the time. I'll begin at 4 in the studio. You want me to give you a 5 minute, Brother Moses, Makur, or you want Kurkuju to go?
Moses Makir, I'm
Kurkuju.
just
Makur,
saying hello to my name, Moses Kurkuju.
now we have two Moses.
Kurkuju.
Janawao.
Come on, Asma.
Actually, I
Kurkuju.
can exit. I can exit and listen, but it's good. It's good.
No,
I'm
you can,
blessed.
you can,
You can stay. It's okay.
I'm blessed. I'm following up the
you
show,
can
and
stay.
Kurkuju should talk, and
Okay.
then I'm here just to
Okay.
at least make
Okay,
sure
no
that
problem.
there's somebody talking. Thank you.
يعني غريبة كمان كركوجة ام ولا مردمة وموزس مكير كمان ها ها so the same subhanallah.
You have two
Welcome
more.
brother Moses.
You have two Moses tonight.
Yes.
Thank you,
Welcome.
Kurkuju. I miss you. I haven't seen you for a long time. It's great that we have common thing, but common sense is not common. I hope a common sense will be common in our families so we can look after our kids.
أيوة.
Thank you very much.
Moses.
I will take it as a compliment and run, because a man with your caliber, if you can compliment me, I think it is something to feel great about it. So I appreciate it. Greeting to you, brother Guy Lam, for the outstanding job you continue to do. Greeting to brother Gigi Lam, and to my name Moses Makir. It is a privilege to be with you in this prestige panel because of its uniqueness. It addresses what is touching us as individuals, especially in the diaspora, because
Yes.
Charity starts at home. And if your house is messy, how are you going to be qualified to step out there to talk to the neighbor and to the villagers in the community and to elevate yourself to the level of the state? So you have to study it at home first. ما يزين المثل لأنه بيقول باب بيت النجار مقلع to apply on us, you know. Yeah, so
Najar mind the kursi, huh?
mind the kursi. Like it is different in Western Hemisphere. You find those carpenters, especially in North America, precisely in Canada. Those carpenters, they design their home in a very unique way because it is showcase. They use their home as a showcase for their business to prove their skill. لكن عندنا للأسف الشديد ما في مرة نجار الكربال بتاع مرته ياو ومقدود ذاته بيميل دقيق بجنبه عشان انه يكربل, you know. Those are little things we revisit because to bring them back to life. لأنه a new generation هم ما بيعرفوا كربال ده شنو ذاته, you know. Yeah. The topic that you embark on it, افتكر ده موضوع مهم جدا جدا على أساس إنه yes, you can start as individual to do it yourself, but will take us back to basic African says that it will take the entire village to raise a child, because if the whole village are looking after each other children, كان العيال بتاعت الدنكاوة الثاني ما مشوا قتلوا عيال بتاعت المهامي. Okay, لأنه by the end of the day parenthood ده مسؤولية collectively. Everybody respect everybody as we are in the same society, the uncle filan, the auntie filan. Okay, so therefore children listen to all parents regardless of إنه ده أبو منو ولا ده أبو منو. This is the South Sudanese child. لقيتهم في مول واقفين وقوف مش ولا بد ولا لقيتهم somewhere, I can rebuke them. Okay, and I will report it to the father at a later time or the mom. Lakin, we lost this sense of community. That is why كل زول ماسك جناوز بيت بتاع جداد. Okay, you want to make sure على أساس إنه you shield them, you protect them, and you will not be able to do it alone unless to isolate yourself from the community, from the society completely. And this is not who we are. We are social creature. We are social animal. So we live within our society. So to mitigate it, this is whereby we want to come back al assassino to reinstate our community, to work al assassino to bring those community together, to bring this church congregation whereby we pray together. By praying together, you know, when there is a message from the Bible, why I have to take grouches towards this brother, innocent brother here in Australia or in Canada, who never been to South Sudan, okay? Can Semit Masalan, for example, where people came and caused atrocities in my village or in my society, should I have to take it on brother Guy here, brother Guy Lam or Gigi Lam? No. Can Semit Gal Dinka, they came and attack, you know, Fritit. Is it Mushkila brother Moses? No. We are supposed to be a pioneer. We are supposed to be the beacon that the rest there, they look at us. I will end with this note. I think I'm running out of my time here, but I want to share this little example. And I talked about it several times. I used to have a guy who used to be a driver to my dad. And during my short visit, first visit to South Sudan, I went to, and he came home. Sima al this, they used to call me Mose. This young Mose came from Canada after 22 years away, and he came with a little boo-boo. I named my son after my dad. So he decided to come and see us, and you know, imagining that I used to be in grade 3, grade 4 primary school, and I came now with 9 years old. So he decided to come. And we spent some time, so we had dinner together, and he's just, you know, looking at me and looking at my son. This is the age I used to be at. at the end of the day, when he was about to leave, that time America was good. I came with little gift. I decided to provide him with the shirts. And the guy held it and he said, you know, I cannot take it as a matter of fact. Yes, I am to somewhat, I am a family, but you have uncles from your mom's side, from your dad's side, you have friends, you have so many people who are coming to see you. So those gifts, you are supposed to leave it to the closer family. I said, no, you are like a big brother to me. And when you heard about my coming, you decided to come. That's it. He said, what we are expecting from you guys, you in diaspora, we learn and we have seen in Khawajat movie, the way how they organize their life, okay? And he keep taking note while we are staying. Like my son was busy collecting those crystal bottle, okay? People drink, will throw them, he will collect them, put them on the side. And he said, those are things how those people organize their life, okay? The good thing about Balad Bita Kawaja, in terms of cleanliness, in terms of organizing, in terms of hygiene, in terms of even public awareness, this is the knowledge that when you guys have this information, when you come to the village, sit with the people, give them some orientation. How, like I have seen your son busy collecting those crystals, and here we just throw them and then remove a corner for Kirashia Biahrigu. Okay, I said, no, back there, this is money. He's counting them. This is 10 cents, 10 cents. So 10 of them is $1. And with his mentality, those are recyclable. So, and also it is another way of making people committed. When you buy those water, you pay for the recycle, because that money, you want to have your money back. So the best way to do it, you have to return it back to the recycle center so that you have to get your money. He said, oh, this is the idea. I said, yes, this is how they attach you. Barbutuk baraha kida bas haja munazam. ما هو انت دفعت 10 سنت هترمي 10 سنت بتاعك يودر. No. So he said, those are kind of thing that we are expecting from you, people who are in diaspora, when you come back, the way how you do your thing, you conduct yourself, how you organize your life. This is what we want to learn. لأنه الخواجات دل بنشوف شوارع بتاع منظم، بيوتهم نظيف ومش عارف ايه and so forth. So those are things that they look at us as pioneer, and they have great expectation. They are expecting, like, let me take you back. Brother Moses may remember it very well. Brother Guy, I am not belittling you. انت شاب صغير اصغر مننا شويه, because I do remember لما كنا في مصر في سكاكيني, okay? بالجيتار بتاعك انت ماشي مع شباب. So let me take it back. Think about our uncles, fathers who have been to Britain, who have been to America. When they come, completely their lifestyle changed, the way how they conduct themselves. Philippines, the way how they eat, how they do their thing, everything is completely different. Lakin, come and look at us, the new generation in Western Hemisphere. Okay? والله تلاقي جنوبي الجاي من راجع ذاته أحسن منه. ده زول في أمريكا ولا زول في كندا ولا زول في أستراليا. Okay? Sometimes that is why people back home, they keep wondering, they are to America, ألينو إنتو قاعدين تمشوا فيه وأمريكا الزمان أبوهاتكم وأمامكم مشوا فيه. Okay? So this is something, what are we learning? We are taking أكاب حاجات بتاع خواجة. We get ourselves into it. لكن الحاجات الكويسة about خواجة زول نظيف منظم مش عارف إيه كلام بالشكل ده. Come and visit our home. You know, some of them you will feel sorry. Okay? And those are people in Western Hemisphere. What are we learning? How are we going to lead our kids? لو إذا عيالنا بيشوفوا بابا وماما مبرجلين. So where are they going to learn it from? From nobody. Okay, so I prolong it a little bit, Lakin. It is a collective responsibility. Let us go back and try to do a quiz within ourselves to bring our community back. لأنه if there is a strong man like Brother Guy here with Brother Moses. Imagine you are in one community somewhere, okay, in Nebraska, and people يسيبوا موضوع بتاعت انه ده عامل نفسه. Some people are very good. You are great with talking to children. As a teacher, as an educator, as a father. That is why you maintain a great relationship with your daughter, okay? So if I don't have the skill, I'll know how to advise my kids or my daughter. If there is somebody in community like you, a father figure, could lead, can have a session with the kids to talk to them, to motivate them. Why not? We have to utilize those resources. There is somebody in the community that might be good with doing something else. Some women with the cooking, they can help our daughter to teach them the basic skill of cooking our African fufu and mulakombo, okay? There is women that are great organizer. They can improve our society. Let us humble ourselves so that to learn from each other. لكن مشكلتنا جنوبيين the jealousy, and we have this negative jealousy. This is what is pulling us back, okay? Nobody want to humble themselves. Al-Assassin, no, hey, brother Guy, your basement look beautiful. How did you manage, okay?
Yeah.
What is the idea? Can you come and think with me how I can utilize my place? What is wrong? انتي مرة مش اللي جيتي بيت أختك منظم كويس؟ how do you manage مع عيال العفش كله نظيف أي حاجة في مكانه مرتب? How do you manage? Get some idea, okay, and implement it with your family. So the conversation will continue. I'm sorry I prolonged it a little bit, but I will yield the podium back to you.
Yeah, we are learning a lot from you, my brother.
We are blessed, Kirkujo. We have just refused to learn.
Well
Some
done.
of us, not all of us.
Right.
I'm going to exit unless you have a question for me, so I allowed others to come in.
Sure. Before you exit, okay. Kere gulena fi Australia. Hell, do you think the youth are going to jails in like US or Canada? Can you tell us a little bit about how are the youth doing for Australia?
Look, our case is different because the country we're in is a very complex city. I mean, Australia is a complex country. The America in terms of history, but younger than America in terms of political history.
Okay.
And Nasud, black people, indigenous people, aborigines, they went through stages. The first stage was exclusion stage. Nasud for Australia were excluded from life by the white people that conquered Australia. After exclusion stage, they went to inclusion, assimilation stage, trying to make them speak English and learn, forget their culture. So, and the third stage is referendum stage. Referendum stage in Australia is not like our referendum in South Sudan, where we have to go and vote for our independence, self-determination to have a country that Kir and Riek are messing it up, and others, not them alone. This referendum stage was the white people voting to determine the state and the status of black people. تخيل يعني انت زول تاني بيصوت for you. Imagine. So the white people have to vote and say yes, we accept the black people, indigenous, to be counted in census.
And go.
In population with Australia. So that's the third stage. So exclusion stage, assimilation stage, the third stage, referendum stage. Now the fourth stage, the person who did it is a friend of mine, my best friend, the former Prime Minister Kevin Rudd. I pray with him in the same church. I talk with him a lot. He came with the fourth stage, and the fourth stage is called reconciliation stage. when he went to the parliament, give apology to black people, the Aborigines, that we are sorry, we Australian white people, we have killed you, we have taken your land, we are sorry. Yes, he falls short of the criteria of apology, because apology into criteria, one of the criterion is that لازم ما تتكرر الكلام ده تاني. لازم تقول أنا في قلبي جوا هناك I'm sorry Kurkujo, I have
You
done
have to
this thing wrong to
repent.
you. You see,
Yes.
repentance.
Yes.
And then make sure I'm not going to repeat it again. You see? And make sure I can compensate you as well for any damage. This apology of Australia, that Mafia compensation, Mafia guarantee that they are not repeating the abuses against the black people here in Australia. And I've talked about this live TV, in Australian TV Q&A, asking the Prime Minister that when Obama was coming to Australia, I asked him, I told him, why you guys are so happy welcoming a black man? You guys are ashamed of your own black people here in Australia. This is a tough question on live TV.
Wow.
So who is Junubin Del Jain Nas Masakin? Who is going to respect you here? What do you have? Zol into Balatin shallow Arab. Who are you? So this is the situation, the environment we are in. We are trying our best. But that's what I can say. I don't know what you guys are going through. The 4th of July 1776, when America got independence. That's a long time ago, man. And you're still struggling with these issues. So we have a long way to go, guys, and or girls. Guys include girls and boys. I'm not discriminating against women here, but we have a long way to go. If we cannot fix our issues in South Sudan, not even knowing what to do with our resources. We cannot reach up to the situation in Canada or US or in UK. People will not respect us if our leaders are behaving like kids. Thank you.
Yeah, Brother Moses, if I remember back in 2018, 19, كان في ضجة كده حصل في استراليا that يال بتاعنا out of control. Remember that time? بيمشي بيعملوا looting stores وجابوا pictures they went to iPhone store.
I was in Juba by that time. Yep.
So,
أنا كنت في Juba when they started having this. Yeah, ask your question, complete your message, and then I will respond to it. Thank you.
Yeah, so is our youth getting better now? Well, they're still in jail. Well, هم لسه في deputation list to take them back to South Sudan ولا في how is the situation now with عيالنا بالذات?
Look, Osas guy and my brother Moses Kurkuja and my brother Gigi Lam and others, the viewers. Being in Australia are 40,000. That's the biggest population that Genovian have in diaspora in US, more than you guys in US or Canada. So that's the biggest population in diaspora, apart from Kenya and Uganda, where our refugees are in. We have a big population here. And we are blessed. Tali mina mukintegra min sanula le jama ata magister akuma biadik. We are welfare state. Australia is a welfare state.
Yeah, so
richer and better than America. Interzato lo mashagal, they pay you money. So So we are in a better position with a big number. But as I said, we are the business to others. We are the business. Yeah, and Zol Abia the Manikum Falsan Kira. We should win Zol Aswadel, Indo Mishkala, when. Yeah, and Fisijan Nasa, we are the biggest numbers in Melbourne, in prison.
Wow.
Because ignorance of the law is not a defense.
Wow.
And then you say, I don't know the law. They say, no. ignorance of the law is not a defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Sijin Malian Bayal Batanan. Fuad, one of my friends, I mean Jurjol, is in prison now. I rang his brother, cousin. I say I want to see him because of COVID. We are not allowed to see people now in prison. I used to go and see brothers that are in prison. So we are the business, ya Jama. We are the business. The same thing that Salva Kiir is doing is using us as business, and we are business everywhere because people want to get profit and make money out of us. Yan Sujun Fi Melbourne, the owner is an American guy. He came from U.S. built prison. Of course, that prison has to be full for him to continue to get the grant. And they are the one even employing police. Of course, police lazim ikun chagal lek for the years old. So the issue that we are dealing with are very complicated. And that's why I told our fake ambassador, Mariano Ngor, when he came here, I was in Canberra, the capital city of Australia. I told him, listen, we have a big number here, more than in US, more than in UK, more than in Canada. This embassy, you have to make it to be a strong embassy. He never listened to me. 2 years. Maraf Alam Junub Khalis, Alam South Sudan flag has never been raised in the embassy. Look, what can you do? What can you do with how do you help these people? And I did my best to help him, but he refused to learn. That's Kurkuju say. We have refused to learn Kurkuju. Yeah, and imagine, so guy Mazol Dictor, John Garang, 21 years. He never learned anything from 21 years. A bachelor is 3 years. What else do you want? Okay? And you are messing up the country. You are killing the people. You are not utilizing the resources to do human development. And people just wasting their life talking. So we have a deep problem in diaspora and back home. This one need, I know the mind revolution is going on. It's going on right now in our society. The minds are being liberated every day. That's why we talk with John Core and Kurkuju and others and Edward, Chek and others. We are not interested in talking, but when you see the risk, you talk. And so the big picture is that family is the unit. There will be dollar. Family is the source. Now our families are being destroyed. Telga single moms, we have to rajul fi bed, and then the things fall apart because of other complications that we have no idea about. And then kids end up in prisons. So our situation here will never be better than the indigenous people of Australia. Because what do we have? These indigenous people, they have the land. They have been destroyed to the point that they don't have a member of parliament. And this is their own land. What do you have? What can you do here? The same thing in the US. What do you have? So we need to think twice about our future and the future of our kids. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brother Moses. Thank you. Let's move to Brother Gigi.
Yes.
I think we have learned a lot from our brother.
Can you hear?
Go ahead.
Yes. Yes, I am so delighted for outlines from both Kikuyu and Big Brother, all Moses. And it's very grateful to share the view on how, yes, for me, as concern, our children end up in prison. As I normally say, when we come in demoralized world, as we speak, the tongue that we borrow from someone else, it won't be original like the mother one.
Correct.
And I really, and it has got impact. The reason when we are fighting between the two ideology or mean different ideology we are into, they got all the impact. The values or whatever they call in those terms, because the difficulties when we enter, doesn't matter how much we learn or we enter. The education system is the one has the impact of all these things. And I don't want to be use a strong term because sometimes I'm learning the language. And anyone listening has to forgive me.
You're so humble, man.
The language that is speaking at the moment has got impact and it has got a cause to what lead to all these substance. We are talking lead our children goes to, or the society children, let me put it that way. Because when those migrants enter to a different culture, and then you have to notify what we call a cross culture. And then when you go to the cross culture, and then now the mother, father, they have to struggle in order to integrate. Whether they enter to learn the language, and also they have to trying to follow the system in place, and the values that which are the engine now has been dropped into to a new values that people do not have the basic idea how they stand to them. It's one impact. And therefore, we're now busy to learn that new culture. And then our ethical value, that which is our core identity, we will not realize that we already drop it. But in my point of view, we drop it. And then therefore we remain between what? We're learning a new culture. And then therefore all of us, we are a student in that situation.
Right.
And there is no driver in between. This is one factor that we don't realize. And the main driver is about lack of the values. Values mean ethical, culture of belonging. Because instead of keeping that belonging and then learning and put it together, but the priority, because of the pressure, put us in dilemma. And then therefore we what we supposed to keep as a basic, we got no time for it. As I say early on, when we got no security, both of us we got no security.
Yes.
Everything began to swim around, or has got also impact. And then the education system, which targeted, as I normally call, education system is a smart, is a new dimension of, and I don't want to be rude to call it, it's a very smart, is a new way of, a smart way of celebrate education system itself. But
Colonizing.
I just trying to learn language, forgive me. It has got impact also, which is as contribute a lot as a driver.
Right.
Therefore, the new migrant will be treated as an illiterate, and the children also they're competing to get into
The system.
to that new to fit to into that new system.
Yes.
Therefore, there is a combination of a lot of things. But the most important is the two individuals who have a responsible of the children, if they become a strong element and keep their values and drive and give a security to their children, and I think it will be have a very limited for their children to end up in prison. But because they hand over the responsibility to the system that they are new in, they do not hold their belonging system. Now everyone is new, everyone now to fight their own way of life. And I think that one gave a contribution to why our children end up. But if you come to your mindset, because what I love about the Western way, they say, if you keep your own culture belong, you are respected for. Therefore, those who listen to that carefully, they are safe. And there is few people who still have a very strong belief on their own value. Yes, they have even by though they're a driver friend from the school, whatever, but when they come at home, they can speak the language and they can find the place is secure. And also the society, they ban everything. There are no activities that show their identity and the culture of belong. Therefore, there is no activity that connect to the identity or ethical where they belong is also contribute.
Thank you,
Therefore, the
brother.
activities that are available, yes. Therefore, I think my time is running out, and I
Yeah, we'll
think
come back. We'll come back to
lack
you.
of okay, thank you. Lack of
Okay.
identity and lack of value is the main factor. Thank you. Sorry.
Thank you. Thank you, Uncle Gigi. Now let's go to Kurkujo with your 5 minutes. Do you think separation or a divorce rate has a big impact for our children, like, young Ganamshi Busijun, because we are separated, or we are family normal divorce? You think? Finas Galo, yes, that's maybe one of the cause too. What can you tell us?
I will yell my 2 minutes to brother Gigi Lam
Gigi?
because he was making a strong point, and I will give him my 2 minutes, and I will come and answer your question within the next 3 minutes. Please finish it because if he cornered it very well. If you
Yes.
don't mind, please.
Yeah, brother Gigi.
Yes.
I will
Yes.
yield you my two
Because we
minutes.
all. Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you for the energy, Kakuja.
Yes.
Yes. When we, as I said earlier on, education system is one of the factor, and then in the mindset, say democratic has everything, but they not bear in mind democratic. It's a lack of ethical. If we always integrate over there and keep our value in place, our language, things like Lugara, things like local activities, whether it's two people, they have to sit down, learn the history of belonging. And then from there, when they meet with those guys, and then they always proud they have a history. But because our society has been paralyzed, they think they need to fit and they're busy to learn the new history, and then the history drip away. And then sometime, the young generation, when they debate themselves, they will tell them maybe you are from tree and whatever element, include how stereotype playing a role. These are the impact as a parent that we don't know how they're going through. And therefore, as ourselves also, we are busy learning the new system. But it would be better rather than taking the little one into the new system and keep the value at home. When they come home, they have to speak the language, When they go back there, they have to get the new system. When I say they come back home, speak the language, learn the history, teach them how they proud are, they are human like any. Therefore, there is a problem that hasn't been discovered, and therefore there is so many reasons either been humiliated and also lack security at home.
Wow. That's powerful. That's powerful, Uncle Gigi. Back to
Thank
you,
Kekuja, thank you.
Brother Kokuyu.
You are very welcome.
Usas, thank you. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity.
I will grab it from where you left it. Let me say this quickly.
Yes.
You nailed it, brother Gigi Lam, because
Thank you.
For example, I will take Canada and corner Canada quickly. Canada bringing us, African, Arabs, other nation, to build the Canadian multiculturalism, or Canadian, they call it the Canadian mosaic, okay? So they want to bring people from different nation, even different genetically, okay? You are gonna get mixed within the society here. So you are gonna have a new breed. Also, you have a rich value. That is why the government encourage society to have traditional dance, to have cultural center and so forth. And they offer financial support because they want to build a strong society. It won't happen without this multiculturalism. But because we are so naive, we are so weak, we are not proud of our value. We are not proud of our culture. So when we come in, we feel ashamed to present them, okay? And we don't have the power of logic. We don't have the power of influence so that to present it. Even to some extent, I heard from some of the parents, their kids keep telling them, if you are coming to my school, please don't put all those weird African gowns of yours. Wear something Westerner.
Yes.
Look at this, okay? How dare my child will tell me, don't come with those crazy African, gowns to my school. This is our weakness. Okay, now what happened? Because we cannot defend our position and we start giving up our culture. Now we have to get involved in this new society, first of all, to learn the language so that you can understand the system. And that will be a big barrier. This is whereby now our kids, they become our teachers. They take the leadership because they learn fast. And as a matter of fact, our kids, they sound Canadian, they sound American, they sound Australian more than us, okay? So therefore, now they can understand the system and start manipulating the system so that to confuse us, okay? Now, some of us even, they came with little education or, they are challenging. So therefore now they become a victim to the system. The kids can take advantage of them, can threat them. This is my right. This is so, and this is so, can manipulate the parents. Also, in a setting that the two parents are not there to think together so that how we can overcome those kids now, they are getting more advanced. One brain cannot think alone. So they, in most of the cases, the mothers are the one looking after the children. So thereby, they were easy for them to overcome the mother. No disrespect to our mothers. Most of the migrant, you will find the husband is the one with little bit. In most of the cases, there is few cases women have a better education or they have better understanding, but most of the cases, the men are the one with a better education. So they are closer to the system. They are the one who presented the case in those embassies through the UN. They made the cases so that to bring those family here. Now, if he is not at home, he was being kicked away. He become homeless. He was being pushed away. Who is gonna help to guide? who is going to balance, to bring our classic way of living, and then to try to mix it, to come with a new mix, okay? What is available in the West, best of the West and best of our African value, to mix them. Now, your family will be in much, much better position. Your kids can speak Nuer dialogue. They can speak a little bit of Arabic, and then they will be fluent in English and French, for example, in Canada. Now, your kids will feel much, much superior among other kids wherever they go. This is my perspective. And indirectly, I believe I did answer your question, because the two parents are not there to rebuttal those kids. Always they take advantage of the weaker mother. This is whereby kids end up, the mother will start to overwork. She's not at home. She's unaware when the kids are sleeping, whom they are hanging out with them, what kind of language they are spending, what kind of website they are visiting, how they dress up when they are going out. This is where things will start to slip. Suddenly, a child is wearing a big bling bling chain, which is $3,000. Air Jordan, $500 shoes, you know, a Gucci belt, and, you know, a daughter with those fancy dress, with fancy clothes. Nobody's monitoring them. How did you? This is where the trouble will start.
Yeah.
And they end up in prison, or even very unfortunate, a lot of them got killed because they want to be rich quick, and there is no shortcut in life. Yeah. Thank you. My time is over.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Uncle Gigi, free question here from
Yes.
our sister Wilma Laku. Said women come along now. They are much better in terms of educations. What do you think?
The women are much educated than the male.
Right now, they're doing the best here.
Yes, I think I don't know what behind. We cannot deny it. The reality. Yes, in terms of profile, but I'm not sure. Yes, the women are the high over the population around the world. The men are less because the men actually are being reduced is because they're always on the platform of everything, and therefore I can agree. Majority, the world population majority are women. Even though I don't have a clue evidence support to it, I would some way agree to her, but I do not correlate for yes, being a high education linked to the topic that based on the platform at the moment we're discussing, I do not see any impact that make a difference to being a higher education as women, because all children we are talking about end up into prison. If education is went, we have full awareness. To my point of view, education is not about giving you new things, it's about being aware and improvement, have full development. That is how I determine what education means to us. And therefore they could be helpful. If I could also link to the topic, the substance that lead our children to be is a lack of sharing responsibility,
Mm.
because the life traditionally it has been sabotaged by the system of democratics, include human rights. Therefore, within rather than traditional state, uh, two people, which I say early on, marriage itself is a unification of two spirits. These two spirits they already accept to work together, but if they do not have a common goal and aim, it's difficult to achieve the objective. Rather than maybe some people like the time when the Christianity began to emerge. Some people they can be when the drum beat. Some people can merge into the church because of the drum, the way the people sing. I think
Mm.
that's what I can compare to the marriage today. Because what bring all this problem when two people in the family they don't speak one tongue is also contribute.
Mm.
When they don't design how what do they want to see the future of what they would call a tomorrow extension.
Mm.
Uh, they fail to agree, and then they become rivalry in the situation. It's also contribute to it. But in terms of education, the question I could answer yes, the women are populated and they are majority and they're highly educated. But I don't see the impact to it that could also change the dimension.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Uncle Gigi. Now back to Kurkuju. Another question here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Galino,
You're welcome.
we need to focus on monitoring and share full responsibility in parenting. What's your impact to this input, Brother Kurkuju?
I totally in agreement with Walma.
Mm.
It is a collective responsibility because this is what I have been saying, and I keep repeating myself.
Yes.
There is a speech
Mm.
that a mother cannot give to her daughter, and there is a speech a mother cannot give to her son, and vice versa.
Mm.
Okay. Also, the mother might be able to provide her son with everything, including supporting him with his, academic curriculum, his activity, whatever he does.
Mm.
But she will never teach him to be a man. Okay.
Mm.
So therefore,
If
it is a collective responsibility. There is stuff that a mother can teach her son, but when the boy is 12, 13 years old, stop look at him. You are just a woman. What do you know about men stuff? Okay. And this is whereby also it will affect the ultra ego of the boy, because the boy needed a father figure. A girl need a father figure at home, and the same thing. They need a mother figure from both sides, because there is a conversation that a father cannot have with his daughter, or to somewhat the son can have with the mother. So therefore, the involvement of the two parents is very, very crucial. This is
Mm.
whereby also we need to reset ourselves. If this marriage collapse, what is the fate of our children? Okay. And this is something people getting into new marriage, maybe they need to come to kind of agreement, mutual agreement, written agreement to be signed. If anything happened, God forbid,
All right.
and we have the kids, this is the setting. Both of us, we must have access to those kids equally,
Mm.
okay, with mutual responsibility. Because a lot of women, in most of the cases, the kids end up with their mother by virtue.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And those mother, they use those kids as leverage. So to put pressure on these men, ما تتصل بأبوك ما تكلمه whatever, so they create this distance. Okay. Sometimes, but also sometimes we men, we try to attach our interests. تعلم انه موضوع راجل ومرأة بيني وبينك ما في العيال ده لعيالك. It happens sometimes في cases بالشكل ده. We don't have to blame the women's only. There is women, men who are reckless. They are out there. ما بيصدق لقى فرصة على أساس إنه يشتت يطير. Okay. لكن الcommitment بتاعه ده أيضا something just I want to touch on it gently. Okay. افتكر انه الدور بتاعت الفادرهود or motherhood is not attached to this little money, something called child support. Okay, because this child support become a cause to destroy so many families.
Yeah.
Okay, it takes precedency, it takes priority over al up suppose instead of taking the kids to church, taking them to their extra curriculum, even come and sit with them and teach them and help them with their exercise. The child support now will take precedency. Okay, ده هو موضوع ده هو البيرة الكبيرة لأنه أولوية. Can you go and buy a fatherhood for a couple $100 or even $1,000 a month? Is it possible? Can you find somebody to rent him to be a father figure for a month for $500 a month? I don't think so. It is more than that. Morally, each and every parents, they have a moral responsibility toward their kids. ده ما موضوع انه انت محتاج بالقانون على اساس انه يتلتلوك في محاكم ومش عارف ايه ويجرجروك من وين وكلام بالشكل ده. This is part of our problem, okay? And if this money for child support, if in most of the cases been set or been used properly, even for the interest بتاعت العيال, well and good, this is a blessing. Like in most of the cases, it go somewhere. Okay, this is the problem. As a society, we need to sit back and to address it. المسؤولية بتاعت إنه وجود بتاعت الأب cheering for his son. Okay, playing whatever, hockey or soccer or basketball or whatever. والله ما بيساوي $500 لانه الولد بيشوف انه ابو جون موجود، ابو ستيفن موجود، ابو مايكل موجود، ابو هنري موجود. What is wrong مع ابو بوبو? What is wrong with Abu Guy? What is wrong with Abu Ladu? Okay, this is our problem. So Kalina, we have to find a way, a middle way على اساس انه hey, also it goes back to the family. The family are strong, the woman managed to maintain relationship مع أهل الأبو. In most cases حتى لو إذا الراجل بقى في ما مسؤول يفتكر إنه the family would put pressure on him على أساس إنه you are embarrassing us, do something for those kids, the boys, they need you, and so forth. So this is my humble opinion. I witness it. I am living part of it. Okay. So therefore, we need to reset ourselves. Instead of being selfish, looking after our own interests, we need to look after the interests of our children. Okay. ما نحرم الأبوات من أولادهم وما نحرم الأمهات من عيالهم if you are the father that looking after your children. In most of the cases, 95%. Ummahati are the one looking after the children. Like in very few, like in your case, it is a unique case. Okay. Like in very few بنفتشوهم عشان انه بتلاقي هذا النموذج. So thank you.
Thank you, brother Kurkujo. I'm going to start to dropping. We have 6 minutes left. I will give my brother Gigi 3 minutes, and then we'll do my recap and call it good.
I will exit. I think I dropped my 1 cent and half. I appreciate it. So
Thank you, my brother.
keep up the good work. Just before I exit,
Yes.
please,
Yes.
whoever is listening to me, don't take me literally personally. It is just let us learn from our bad experience and let people within the society to benefit from it, to reset themselves for betterment of
Be-
those kids. This is what
yeah.
I say.
Before
Yes.
you go,
Mm.
I just need to add something on what you just answered.
Mm. Yes.
Thank you, host Gailam and the
Mm.
viewers and
Mm.
those who are asking questions. Here is a platform to learn.
Mm.
I'm learning something from you. If you pick something, uh, raising children is a collective effort.
Mm.
It is a teamwork. The only worst scenario that also contributes
Mm.
because we already it's like we already live our traditional way of life. Makes things difficult
Mm.
because when we enter to those state of welfare is another which we don't mention. Because I don't want to be particular single any.
Mm.
People misuse the welfare, particular helping those who come from what they call whatever name they give them. And within the family, one of the individual within the family become more powerful among the family. I don't want to pointing out as also have a, and then from there,
Mm.
PC, brother. Political correctness.
Oh.
also has an impact. Then they may be also be shocked. They realize that they forgot their responsibility,
Mm.
and that's where the journey began. To put back to the person early, the brother Kukui trying to answer.
Mm.
Family is a collective effort,
Right.
teamwork, no
Mm.
no sabotage to one another. But it happened the modern world where, for example, if X trying to say that, they say no, you shouldn't do that in the front of children,
Mm.
contribute a lot, and the other one become a master, and the other one become
A
a,
servant.
a super, and therefore, if you involve those attitude in the family, also contribute to what make children goes to the
Mm.
prison, and therefore, if one of become a controller and the other one become uh, whether they call advisor or a backer within the family, that family won't grow well.
Mm.
But it's good whether you got a differences between, because difference is just a nature of a human being.
Mm.
It's good you live. I know the minute are ring.
Mm.
Uh, the most important is about live different aside.
Yes.
Just kill those differences where there's no children. Keep that institution alone. Keep in unity. When you go to fight, go and fight somewhere they don't see. Keep
Mm.
that box of security for the children, and the children will be there for you, and they will be secure, and they will be look after you later on, and they will be safe. They will not go anywhere. But even by those things went differently. Keep that box to secure those future seats. A collective effort,
Mm.
unity. There is no prejudice among each other. No, no who's no more. You just give everyone a share, whatever advice they want to give. don't interfere to each one another at by. When we substitute one another at by, this is where everything will be conflicting each others, and
Mm.
therefore the little one, those seed, they are picking up on us. Therefore, if we keep those conflicting rivalry differences, let me put it that way, I mind my language, into our local office, and then we will be secure, and God will be always with us. That's what I could add
Thank
to
you.
the
Thank
question early. Family is a collective effort,
you.
teamwork, no prejudice, no stereotype.
So,
For me to end, Guy, I thank you to the viewers and to the members of the family. Come on, Sam. This is where we come and debate
mm,
and also learn and also to disagree.
Sure.
Disagree is also where we generate the energy. It's a part of brainstorming. And then when we go back to where we are, we will be able to asking ourselves
mm,
why and how this thing become place. Therefore, it generate a new energy for the next season. Therefore, when you disagree with me, don't take it as a weakness or hunger. Take
mm,
it as a strength.
mm,
Therefore, the host, God will keep energy you and to give you more idea to
mm,
be able to support the God society. All
mm,
what energy make you stand today is come from God. And long as you're willing to support the God society, your energy will always increase
mm.
without my awareness or you. But it's a great work. And also extend to Brother Kikuju, you make a very traumatic, a generous, a generous contribution, and I do follow you. And our world, if we exchange, we disagree and understand,
Yes.
I think the world would be a better place.
Amen.
Disagreement is a generation of energy and the seed of tomorrow. This is how I view it. And
Mm.
thank you for all the viewers. And God
Thank you so
bless
much.
you all.
Thank you so much. Brother Kuhuji, we'll give you 1 minute. You want to conclude?
No.
Or you want to say anything? You good?
Mm, uh,
Okay, guys. Thank you so
yeah.
much. I'm going to wrap it
Thank you.
up, and you guys have done an awesome job.
To
And this
be
is the spirit of
continued.
leadership. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Because of our time, let me give our Sister Amel 2 minutes.
Oh my
Amel,
God. Really? Okay, no problem.
I know our time is done. Khalas. Huh?
Unless I enter, I'm so sorry. I just got in. I just came really now. And
Yes.
I was like, okay, let me just put something. I couldn't even follow up with you guys. And it was in and out.
Hmm.
I went far to go pick up my son. It is, uh,
Okay.
all,
All right.
let
Hmm.
me use my time wisely here. 2 minutes.
Hmm.
I know we discussed that.
Amel.
You know, I didn't hear everything, but what I really want to add,
Hmm.
ده حاجة
Hmm.
مهم جدا بالنسبة لي and a lot of people they don't really believe in this, but till everybody believes in حاجات زي ديل, it is gonna
Hmm.
be hard for us هنا to look at المشكلة من root cause. I'm just gonna talk in a spiritually way.
Hmm.
احنا اساسا يعني في الحياة في two life, a spiritual life and physical life. Anything that
Yes.
happen in spiritually, it have to be manifest في physically life, actually our life. why يعني everything have to happen أول حاجة في spiritually قبل ما يحصل في حياة physical life. I
Hmm.
always talk about this and everybody don't get it. في ناس مرات يعني they can pregnant women early.
Right.
وبخلوا الناس بعيال حقهم. النساوين ديل they will suffer وعيال ده they will suffer. وانت تجي هنا تعرس مرة تاني وتلدي عيال and you are thinking in انت you can raise your kids in a peaceful way while your other child you are the cause of suffering of that child. لأن انت you abandon that child. This is when a special thing will yeah really intervene. ده الزمن ده يعني الجنريشن كاست ده it is something very very important. لأن anything that is not normal behind it is spiritually. Behind it is spirit, evil spirit, believe it or not. And if we look into مشاكل اللي حصل لعيالنا بتاع السودانيين ديل it's not لما يكون حاجة واحدة في حتة واحدة we can say this is something normal. لكن Canada, Australia, America, wherever they are, even South Sudan itself, Kenya, people have to look at it. You know, if somebody can ask themselves why رئيسنا سلفا why هو مشى جاب TB Joshua to come and deliver the country. If we could ask ourselves, it was a spiritual problem. And the whole South Sudan actually been donated. لما الناس كانوا في حرب الناس اللي كانوا في غابة they know what they did spiritually. They know what they did spiritually. And they had a covenant with the kingdom of the darkness to have the country. There's a lot of things and الناس في غابة they cannot deny that because they know the truth. As we've been donated to the kingdom of the darkness is a covenant. A covenant definition of Hamburg is we authorize with the consequence. When you authorize somebody that this is what I'm giving, give me this and I will give you this. And if you any violation, there's a consequence. So when you come to violation, this is the consequence. They are paying consequence. This is something seriously. If we then look into it, it will more are coming. Seriously case because we've been donated. We covenant amalo hinak just for us to have the country. We covenant amalo hinak and people to reach where they want to go. Like they never thought that Hajida could be consequence, but the consequence is coming up today. This is the consequence that we are facing today. Eyal Bitana, and it's not only gonna stop Eyal Bitana. Eyal Bitana. Hajida hakun mashi. لأن لو if we deny it, it's not only Eyal Bitana. حتى الناس اللي كانوا في غابة look at their own kids where they are right now. What is affecting them? Is it not the same drugs? Is it not the same alcohol? It's the same problem. So it is the same problem. So the comments interest حاجة واحد بس the same cause هو حاجة واحد. لو كان حاجة ده بس في one family لو الفاميلي اللي كان هناك عملوا مشكلة ده ما عمل لهم effect we can say it's our kids alone. لكن الناس اللي هناك برضه عيال حقهم they are all it is even worse for عيال حقهم لأن they are the one who putting us in the mess. So generation cast is very very strong, and if people doesn't look at it, we are not gonna get out of it. We need delivering, Idama. We really need delivering. They need to deliver ourselves. We need to deliver our kids. لأن في generation cast في حاجات يعني من الفاميلي في حاجات كتير هناك ولو في زول عمل غلطة لمرة قبل كده وخليته بالجنة ده all this thing will come after you. And it will attack if low mama leg attack it will attack your own child because you cannot feel it. You feel it through your own child. I know the 2 minutes you mentioned. I'm so
no, 5
sorry.
minutes. Buddy.
Oh my God, are you sure?
Oh yeah.
It's okay. I hope you can just you can bring this show next Tuesday because next Tuesday I will have time honestly, and I really need to talk about this thing. The they cannot believe it. It is up to them. They just have to go through it and yani look behind and see hajat there. See hajat katir. We don't think about it and we don't believe it. Like this is the truth. And ربنا قال يعني الناس اللي believe without seeing الناس believe without they will inherit the kingdom of God. Yeah, I don't want to take your time. I know it's 10 minutes. Thank you, Interdenism, and 5 minutes. So now I believe it's 5 minutes. Okay.
Thank you so much, sister.
Yeah, you're very
see you,
welcome.
inshallah.
Yes, okay. Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
God bless you. All right. That was Sister Mel. I don't want to end up the show without telling her or giving her a word. She always have a word of wisdom. So it's important to honor the woman. So I know we all come from a woman. So uh, mothers, we're supposed to value our mom and everything they do. Again, I thank you for coming in. I thanks brother Moses Macaire, brother Gigi Lam, and also my brother Kurkuju for the hard work that they have done today. The word of wisdom that they have spoken really well, and that's the spirit of leadership. And leaders always like to come and contribute and say word of wisdom, and we have learned a lot from them. We have learned so much. I really honor our sister Amel too for also even coming in to tell us, to give us a taste. I know four of us, we were just drinking tea without sugar. So our sister Mel came and she poured some sugar to it to give it a flavor. So we really honor that. Yes, it was good flavor, and now the tea tastes even much better. Couldn't believe me and my brother Kuju, my uncle Gigi, and my brother Moses. We were just drinking tea without sugar. And as soon as Emil came, she said, "Hey, wait, guys, if you put a little sugar, it will taste even much better." Really? Oh, let's give it a try. And now we have a good flavor. I really appreciate your word of wisdom, and that's why it's good always to have women with us, because women are reasons that we come to this world. So they always have a word of wisdom. They always come with words that always give us hope. You see, uh, every mother, regardless of what, regardless of whether you're educated or no, but you know how to raise a child. Woman does not need classes to take care of you, but they have a wisdom from God to tell them what to do, to teach them how to take care of their children. So we honor them and we salute them. You know, even though even though we have differences in a lot of things, but still we honor every mother and their hard work raising us, uh, making sure that we are healthy, making sure that we are surviving. They can even sacrifice just for you to live, and that's why we need your input in every show we do. We really want you to come and we want your participation. Come and participate. Give us what you have, because without you guys, we will never do this without you. So we want you to participate with us in every time when we come and bring a show when we come in with the topic, because all the topics that we talk about it's usually about the Yalna concern that we have for Usar Bidana. Please share it with your friends and loved one. We are making change. We are changing people's life, and that's why it will be important for all of us to come together, regardless of our differences, regardless things we experience, regardless of our busy schedules. But your time and efforts really means a lot to Family Common Sense. Again, thank you, thank you. May God bless each and every one of you guys. Let's continue the hard work. Let's continue coming together. Let's continue نحاول نفكر مع بعض إنه كيف نقدر ننقذ إيالنا. خلينا نكون دائما في روح بتاع محبة، روح بتاع إنه كلنا واحد. أصل لو فتحوا الجيل بتاع زول بلقوا إنه دمنا كل واحد، ما هنقدر تفرق الدم بتاع منه. عشان كده لازم نكون مع بعض في كويس في كعب. ده شغل كبير ومحتاج صبر، محتاج إنه إحنا نتكاتف مع بعض ونتفاكر مع بعض لأجل أطفالنا ولأجل المستقبل القادم. الأطفال الصغار دول محتاجين رؤية، ورؤية دائما بيكون فينا لو كلنا قعدنا مع بعض وقعدنا سوا وشفناه إنه ده حاجة مهم لكلنا. لذلك أشكركم ونتمنى إنه أشوفكم إن شاء الله يوم الثلاثاء القادم لو أراد الله إن شاء الله، وإن شاء الله تصبحوا على خير. والناس اللي في أفريقيا نقول لكم صباح الخير، ونتمنى يكون لكم يوم جميل. وللناس اللي في أمريكا ونقول لكم تصبحوا على خير. وفي أستراليا good evening to you guys. Please share it with friends and family. Shalom, shalom. Until we meet again, inshallah, next week, by the grace of God. Stay tuned. Remember, God loves you. Shalom, shalom.